say happy birthday to Colin.
Thanks very much.
Cheers, Colin. Okay, happy birthday. You are probably 123 years old today. Okay.
I don't have a glass with me, but
Since you're a doctor, it's okay.
Well, we didn't advise you, so it's my fault actually, Daniel, because I invited you and I didn't let you know. So yeah, with us today, Daniel Jafari, a friend of the show and big Juventus fan, and the GOAT Andrea, Thiago, and Colin. So it was a bittersweet win because we won 3-1 in Sassuolo. Actually, we have a decent game. We need to celebrate 100 goals with Juventus for Dybala and for Ronaldo. And there was a 2 nice goals, I would like to say. And of course, our win is needed because at least we're gonna stay before Lazio. But Milan was able to win like 7-0 in Turin because Turin, they have like a good heart and they like everybody to win except for us. And and Atalanta, of course, didn't have like many issues getting rid of Benevento. So let me start with the guest. Let me start with Daniel. And Daniel, what do you think about the game?
I think it was, as you described it, is bittersweet. I think just watching it and knowing the results and the other games just kind of took the happy factor out of the equation. You just can't be happy about the fact that we won because it may be a little bit too late.
So Andrea, what's your take?
One of the key, I guess, is the way Sassuolo played its game, and for us, despite all the difficulties and all the mistakes that we're still doing, it's a better situation where we play against this kind of teams. And today it was good for us also because last game we threw a lot of shit on Ronaldo. Today was a real leader and we liked it. The opposite side, the league. I mean, he played good, but he made some mistakes that we're not really used to see him making. And for the rest, guys, I don't want to say it too loud, because I'm kind of scared to jinx it. But it was a good game. It was a good game, a little step toward what should be our goal right now. No, we still standing.
Absolutely. Firstly, I want to say, Daniel, that's a beautiful jersey. I'm very jealous.
Thank you.
Just gonna put that out there. Yeah.
Well, yours is also. I've been after that jersey for a very long time. I guess it doesn't show up on the screen properly, but it's the one that Buffon used to wear for certain games in 2002.
He's 1-2, yeah.
2001, 2002.
2001, 2002.
This is the long sleeve one. But yeah, I mean, the game, I agree with Andrea. I thought Sassuolo kind of played into our hands a little bit. They played a little bit open. Like they were happy for the ball to go from end to end. They didn't really want to sit too deep for too long. And they attacked us. We were very lucky, obviously, in the first half, and but we rode our luck. Do you know what I mean? And when you get a break, you have to take it. And the second goal was key, really. So delighted.
Yeah. So Rabiot actually. Go ahead, Thiago. Say whatever.
No, I think it's interesting to considering not only the victory but the way that we played and the mistakes that happened in the first half, because we saw some horrible mistakes in the third minute. For example, we saw Kulusevski pressing Consigli while Chiesa was on the right, and then Tolian run on our left, freely to run, and luckily Traore shot wide. That was just an example of what happened at least 4 or 5 times during the match. We saw Sassuolo arriving in our box with a possibility to strike. We saw Rabiot, for example, even if he did a very nice match, we saw some mistakes when he was suffering the pressure, and Buffon was always calma, calma, Adrien calma, because he had some issues during the season, and even that penalty that Berardi missed, I mean Buffon got it, was another example of that. But we improved during the match. I mean, our ball possession improved a lot during the match, and this is a very nice thing to considering. Also, the will, because some mistakes happened because the way that we were trying to do things right. We did some mistakes by, I mean, the amount of will to overcome the situation. This is actually, in the end, it's a very good thing, because you need to think about how we play the other matches. And this evening, we had a lot of will to win the match, different to other evenings.
Yeah, look, it was and actually, hey, I Forza Juve 1021. It was an entertaining game to watch. Honestly,
Yeah.
And before the game, I didn't know what to expect. I need to say that I like the 11 that start the game. I think they were really smart from Pirlo, changing a little bit. I think Dybala needed a chance to start, especially after coming so late in the game on Sunday. Okay, I like having like Chiesa on one side and Kulusevski on the other. I think Kulusevski had a really solid game. Yes, he made some mistake, but we can build something from that. I honestly, I was happy seeing like Arthur hustling a lot, like putting a lot of effort, and Rabiot doing some Rabiot team, because the penalty is coming for a ball that Rabiot lost, but then he had not only the goal, he had even the assist for Ronaldo. So yes, I was happy to see Buffon saving the penalty, because he deserved to leave Juventus, and we need to celebrate him. But don't forget, Szczesny saved a penalty last Sunday too. Okay, so and Buffon, I'm sure that we're gonna talk about Buffon later in the show. Okay, so I'm still believing in a Champions League spot. I don't personally, okay, because I think Napoli is gonna win. I think Sunday in Florence, but who knows? Maybe they're gonna get lost in a hotel another time. So we'll see what's gonna happen. And we're gonna have Inter playing today with without many starters, so they're gonna be really rested for the game. About the game about today, I would not say it was an entertaining game. It looked like we still care a little bit about this team, both the fans and both the player. Okay, I honestly need to praise. I need to say that Ronaldo had a really nice game. Okay, and Dybala started so, but he didn't do that bad, especially like late in the first half. In the second half, the goal was really, really nice. And we'll see, guys. We'll see. We still like 180 minutes before the end of the season. Still, everything can happen. And don't forget, we still have the Coppa Italia final in front of us.
I don't want to hear anything about Ronaldo anymore, guys. That was.
I'm not going to say anything about Ronaldo, but following up on what Thiago said earlier, I think there were definitely tactical mistakes that are simply unacceptable at this stage of the season. But even if you ignore all those, there were very elementary mistakes, like passing at 6-7 yards and not being able to complete a pass. So many of them. And it was not just one player. It was Rabiot, it was Arthur, it was
Alessandro,
Danilo, Kulu. Although Kulu did 2 recoveries, one in our penalty box, which was great. But I think I just don't know. I wanted to ask you guys, what do you think is going on? Like, why a team who has a wage bill the size of, I think, close to Real Madrid has these many gaps?
today I think, like, for the way, beside the result, which is the only weird thing, if we look at the season, it was the perfect mirror of what our season was this year. The mistakes that you're talking about, we done it. We done them with Porto. We done them with Benevento. We done them with Fiorentina, and we keep doing them. So at this point, that's the real Juventus this season. Unfortunately, it's the game was going exactly like
All the rest.
all the rest. Yes, because
Yeah.
including Danilo's yellow card. That one
Yeah.
day someone gotta explain to me the yellow card, but it's everything. It's all the system, including us. That didn't allow Juventus to really compete for the 10th Scudetto in a row. It was the players
Yeah.
in first position, the supporters in second position, because
Yeah.
we gotta take our responsibilities on all the mess that is going on, because we're not helping at all. And then there is all the rest. There is the surrounding. There is the referees. There is Ceferin. There is COVID. There is a bunch of stuff that is going on this season, and that's to conclude my idea. That's why we shouldn't blame Pirlo too much, because beside the fact we all agree is not fit to be Juventus coach. Who knows? Maybe he's not fit to be a coach. But
Yeah.
right now we shouldn't blame him for the disaster, because of
It's not over
all
yet.
is happening. No, it's not over. And but Thiago, whatever happens in the next 3 games, whatever, even if we qualify in Champions League and we win Coppa Italia final, the season that we just spent is the one we told until today. So it's not gonna be 3 good games that are gonna change my opinion on this season.
Despite you guys do not want to talk about Ronaldo, I would like to say something.
No, well, we definitely can do it. I think
it's easy to criticize him because of things that happen, but honestly, Ronaldo complained a lot with Dybala's absence from the box. He was asking pressure. Why other players seemed tired, he was running a lot, and despite the fact that he seems to be a robot, he's a human being. After his goal, he was very, very, very relaxed in the way that he played. And honestly, one touch, he controlled the ball, passed through defender, and let the ball in the perfect place to score with another touch. It is a goat.
But even if
amazing.
you see Dybala goal, everything started from like Ronaldo doing like a wall,
tower job.
Exactly. To Betancourt to Kulusevski, one touch to Dybala. Sometimes
it was Rabiot. That was impressive. Again, Rabiot to Kulusevski.
Oh yeah, exactly. Sorry. And look, and soccer sometimes is so easy. We're talking a lot about you need to do this, you need to do that. Sometimes it's tack.
Oh, this is allegrism.
Sometimes.
Yeah, well, look,
il calcio è
semplice,
ragazzi.
I
do think soccer
what do you mean sometimes? Why sometimes? Sometimes. Unless you're playing on the street, salute. You wanna play at the pitch under the house in my village in Italy, or you wanna play FIFA Street, you wanna play freestyle with Ronaldinho, or you want to play football. If you want to play
Video
football,
games, for
it's a
example.
very easy game.
No, okay. Look, I
Very simple.
honestly think that the Ronaldo matter. We can definitely talk about Ronaldo. It's really easy. One day we're gonna realize we had one of the best soccer player ever played for us, and maybe we didn't appreciate it as much as
A lot of
we
people
should
will
have.
be like, "Oh
And,
my God, I
exactly.
criticized Ronaldo. Oh my
And,
God, how dare!"
And of course, there
I'm
is a
writing
lot
down
of
the names,
factor.
though. I'm writing down the names.
There is a lot of factor involved in that, and all of that, of course. But the dude is 36, 37 years old, and he's playing every game. We cannot expect him to be like 100% every game. Of course, we would like. I would like, because we say, "Oh yeah, he's getting $30 million, 30 million euro because you should play every freaking game." Like, no, we would like to do it this way, but we know it cannot. It's not possible. So everything happened. Dybala wasn't available for most of the season. Morata, after Christmas, I don't know what happened with him, because it looked like we got like a new Snyder, maybe. And Ronaldo had to play every game, and then who knows? But criticizing Ronaldo is like criticizing Michael Jordan. So come on.
Do you guys think he's going to stay next year for exciting Thursday matches in Europa League?
I don't even want him to stay, honestly, at this point. At this point, I really look, whatever happened, okay, I'm already in peace with Juventus joining the Europa League next year, okay, and maybe Exor putting some fresh money into the team, otherwise we're gonna collapse, okay, and but starting from scratch. So we already say bye to Buffon. We're gonna talk about it later. Going to say bye to Chiellini, bye to Bonucci in some way possible, bye to Dybala, bye to Ronaldo, bye to Cuadrado, bye to Alexandro. And I want to start from De Ligt and Chiesa. That's where I want to start.
I think Thiago is suggesting something else for De Ligt there, are you?
I'm worried about De Ligt, honestly.
Oh, yeah, me too.
We know Raiola.
Too.
We know how Barcelona would love to bring him to La Masia, for example.
But maybe we can offer him the armband. Maybe we're gonna make
a lot of Ferraris
that can work too.
We have a lot of Ferraris that can help.
Off to Maranello.
To Anek. Yeah, we need to send to Anek his girlfriend a lot of.
And like Andrea was telling yesterday, when you got Ronaldo, you don't get just Ronaldo, you got a package, okay? And what happened, like people was mad because Ronaldo on Monday was with Maranello. Dude, he was in Maranello with the president of Juventus, Andrea Agnelli, and with the president of Exor, John Elkann. So not like two stupid or two dummy people. And I guess that appointment was taken many days before last week. So they already knew about that.
I would love to go to Maranello, for example. Why Ronaldo wouldn't? He had a lot of Ferraris as well.
Well, if he goes and then comes and put a performance like this one, you don't hear any objections from me. Zero objections.
Yeah. No problem. Ronaldo was the third. I knew that. I took notice that Ronaldo was the third on the list of the Reuters list that earned more money in the last 12 months.
Yeah.
Between the football players, 99 million euros.
Wow.
Yeah.
How can you complain about that? He can go anywhere. We don't care.
You can't complain.
100 goals for Juventus in 3 seasons, guys. How can you complain about that?
The priority is for the old guards to get out of the way right now. I don't think it's up to Juventus deciding if Ronaldo stays or not. And I'm not saying it like, I mean, it's right or not right, but I think it's Ronaldo that decide if he's gone or not. Said that, I think he's gone. I think his mind is already somewhere else. He's already planning to play somewhere else. But if he decide to stay, it's very important not to do the same mistake we've done in the last 3 seasons. We didn't build a team around Ronaldo. Ronaldo, guys, was the only thing that brought us until today.
Guys,
Basically.
Andrea, do you
come
think-
and go, but Juventus stays. Remember this. It's always the most important thing.
That's true. But Andrea, do you think Ronaldo would be in the right environment next year under
No.
Pochettino at PSG? No, Pochettino at PSG.
No, Ronaldo. Well, that I don't know. I mean, I don't really understand what's the
Neymar is
policy.
calling him.
Yeah,
Neymar.
no. I mean, it's a perfect team for him in terms of economic possibilities. No, it's one of the few team.
No, but I'm asking from a technical standpoint. Do you think that's a team that would give him what he wants, which is another shot at
Watching,
glory?
I don't think
looking,
so. But
looking at the last two games, they played. At least they go forward. They go looking for the point of reference in the front of the pitch. So I think it might be. But I mean, it's hard to say. I think the difference is that you gotta realize when you have Ronaldo in your roster that when you take decisions in the market, in the football market, you gotta take them thinking that you build the team around Ronaldo, because otherwise there's no point on spending 30 million a year and having the best player in the world and not being able to serve him in the right way. Last year we finished the season, and that's what I said. We didn't deserve Ronaldo. The last season of Allegri, at least it was emotional. We were still playing a good football sometimes, but with Sarri, guys, we proved that we didn't deserve him. There was Ronaldo, and then there was the rest of the team, like a second level.
you need to consider
skills.
the Sporting Lisbona won the Portuguese Liga, and maybe maybe want to come back for a couple of years and play like in where it started. The issue I have with that is Sporting Lisbona is not going to pay us 30 million euro.
I would like some
Guys,
changes, honestly.
Guys, my point is that, on my opinion, it doesn't make much difference if he stays or if he goes. Not because I don't appreciate Ronaldo. I mean, I still consider him the best player in the world. But the difference is the programmation, the planning. So if he stays, we gotta work in a certain way. If he doesn't stay, we gotta work in another way. That's what really worries me.
Just to jump in, like, I mean, we're talking about servicing Ronaldo. Tonight was another opportunity to watch Locatelli. How did you guys think he did? Everybody's been talking about Locatelli.
I wasn't impressed, as I was never impressed with him, honestly. So
good
yeah,
game.
I agree with Matt.
I like him, guys.
I think, like Daniel, I think we already talk like on chat, on about. Look, look. I don't mind having Locatelli with you. I don't mind joining. He's a young, talented player. Okay, he's a young talent. If he comes at the right price, I would more than happy to have Locatelli in my team. If I had to pay 40 or 50 million
Matteo,
for Locatelli,
you're paying for the jersey. You're not paying for Locatelli. Locatelli, let them worry about the.
But from a technical standpoint, financial aspects of it aside, from a technical standpoint, who thinks that who thinks that he would walk right into this midfield and be a starter, given today's performance? I just wanted to remind you that he lost the ball that led to Rabiot's goal.
Yeah,
Rabiot actually dispossessed him, and then ended up scoring.
I didn't see anything. I'll be honest with you. I mean, he's been billed as a regista for to save our bacon, basically, and I didn't see that type of play from him today. I saw one or two crossfield balls that were intercepted, but I didn't see anything clinical. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
And for me, like, you've got to do it when the chips are down. You got to do it against the big teams. He's got a good highlights reel. I'll give him that. And I've watched a few games, but he didn't prove anything to me tonight. That's a fact.
But Colin, I think we gotta specify before we talk either about Locatelli or about Pogba, to take the most spoken right now.
Yeah.
That it's not about the player and it's not about the mistakes that they can make,
About the
because
role.
Sure,
all of them
It's a
make
game,
mistakes,
and it's
guys.
a game.
I mean, if you ask me, last year, let's say 1 year ago, Bentancur, it was supposed to be the best midfielder in
Right.
the world. We just
Yeah.
need to give in time. Right now, I'm not that sure about that, but not because of the mistakes, because everybody, Bentancur will make mistakes even before this black period that we're going through right now.
Yep.
He used to make mistakes. The problem is the mentality of the team. If right now, very nostalgic, of course, I think most of us, but myself, I see myself watching a lot of videos of the Allegri area, but in general, the 9 Scudettos, no? And it's unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, it just you watch them passing the balls.
Guys,
It's totally different. It's clearly different, the way to stay on the pitch, to
But
move,
hey,
to
I
run.
wanna add something to the discussion. Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, for example, Lyon president yesterday said that he's willing to sell the Aouar, and his starting fee is gonna be asking fee is gonna be 30 million euro. Okay. Locatelli is worth more than Aouar? I don't think so. Second of all, okay, I think in this moment you can add whatever you want, but it's not a matter of you're gonna add in the middle field, because I think Bentancur is a decent player. I think Rabiot is a more than decent player. I think Arthur has way to improve. Mechanic can be useful. And we have Chiesa on one side and Kulusevski on the other side. That I think everybody agreed here. They're two young, promising players.
What is the formation?
Let me add. We can even add Traore in the mix, because we can get for I think for money around 15-18 million euro. I think what is going to make the difference is who we're going to have up top. Because if we're going to have Ronaldo, we know we need to serve him in some way. We need a couple of striker guys, because you cannot play soccer without a couple of forwards. Or you need to have Messi, Iniesta, and Xavi. Okay, so if you have Messi, Iniesta, Xavi, and Pirlo, okay, I don't need anybody else, because they're going to play around by then, and then they're going to serve everybody. Okay, without a striker and without a forward, you cannot play soccer. I seen a slide today. I think on Juventus, okay, and they were and I was impressed. They were showing the forward pass in the game against Milan. There was, you can divide the field in three parts: left, middle, and right. Okay, there was no forward pass in the middle section.
We always try to go on the sides.
We always go
to cross.
Well, you know what you've seen today? The only one who can have a decent cross today was Ronaldo. It's not only today. But having said that, we need to find a striker. And we're missing a striker since 2016, 2017, Higuain. Because I'm a forward, really above average striker.
I think Locatelli, it's a player. It's a very interesting player, but you have to consider in the rhythm that Sassuolo plays, and it's playing that way. It's important to have a player like that to control the pace of the game. And right now, for example, we expected Arthur to be at least something like to control the rhythm of the game, and we saw Arthur struggling a lot with ball possession this evening, more than the other times. But despite Locatelli, I would love to see at least in the bench an underrated player just like Boga. Honestly, he's like a wet fish. He had the amount of feints and dribbling that he had in the season. His numbers are very high, and he scored some wonderful goals in the last season. This season he has fewer goals, but honestly, it's a very interesting player. He's adapted to the league, and we don't have left wingers because we have Ronaldo, which is not that kind of winger, but we have Kulusevski, which is a right winger to cut inside. Dybala is a player that tries to play from the right to the middle, and Chiesa it's a better player playing on the right. And I think that all these questions about our wingers, our midfielders, it depends a lot of what is the formation for the next season. If we're going to play with 2 or 3 players, it's completely different way of playing because there's always this the Paul conversation. There is Aouar, there is Locatelli, there are other players. We saw rumors of, for example, Kulusevski being on Metzala, and this is impossible to happen playing is with 4 players in the middle. So I think it depends a lot, and we will see only after next month because it depends a lot of things that are going to happen. So right now it's important to see our guys doing a match like this, even winning those matches, those last matches. Maybe it won't change a thing. So let's see.
Yeah, Ronaldo has 11 assists with the yeah, and they think about saying that Ronaldo is a selfish player. Yes, he is.
He's a striker.
But
he's a striker. He's got to be, if he doesn't.
Exactly.
It's part of the role.
Yeah.
So I definitely think we need not one, we need 2 striker in this off season. And hey, on January, I was fine with having Pavoletti, and that's at all.
Imagine a Matri.
Was
a good Matri playing
a good
Matri.
People
who call
more selfish.
Go Daniel.
Go ahead, Daniel.
No, I was going to say people who call Ronaldo selfish haven't watched Trezeguet play for Juventus.
Exactly.
Yeah, but at least Trezeguet.
No, I'm saying it in a good way. He managed to just
heads off
destroy opposition.
Daniel, first rule of Stripes is don't touch Trezeguet.
And Colin, yes.
I miss Mama Trezeguet in the stands, guys.
I was about to say someone way more selfish than Ronaldo was Inzaghi, and he was selfish. He didn't score 700 goals. Ronaldo is selfish, but he scored more than 700 goals.
Yeah,
small difference.
Hey guys, let's move on for this because we're 20 more minutes, and we definitely need to say a couple of words at least. And a couple of you that are wearing his jersey. We need to talk about Buffon because for the second time in 3 years, Buffon said bye to Juventus. Okay, so and then I want to ask about you about another thing just to wrap up everything. And it looks like he took after the game today. He had a really more than nice game. I didn't like his reaction after the goal that we allowed because he was talking really bad, I think, to Rabiot. Okay, even if Rabiot made a mistake because he forgot about to cover Raspadori. Okay, but he said basically that even last August he got like a big offer, but he didn't want to leave. Okay, and last January basically he told the team that he was not gonna be part of the team anymore. So he still has to decide if he want to leave and retire, or if he just want to play another year somewhere else. There was even rumor going to be like the goal for Donnarumma in Milan today. So I think we're going to hear everything, but I would think that he's going to collect some money or like in Qatar or someplace like that, maybe. Who knows? I have no idea, okay? And I'm the one who was calling for this move for like a long time because maybe it wasn't the best decision for everybody for me to come back. Okay, I never really understood his part on the team. Of course, we're talking about a legend. Okay, so don't get me wrong about this. Okay, we're talking about the legend, but I don't know. It looked like a story that could have ended in a better way. It's so I make Daniel talking about this first.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I mean, you would never hear me complaining watching Buffon playing for us. But I agree. I think had this season ended differently, we had not what we have right now. I think I would have been against him leaving because he's on a low salary. He adds a lot of psychological support. But I think it's time for all the Senatori to leave. I think they showed one thing that they could have contributed was to kind of buttress the team and prevent this fall, but it already happened. So I don't see a point of him staying anymore. And I agree, it's a little bit of mixed feelings. Him leaving twice, retiring twice from Juventus, but I guess it is what it is. Can I say one last thing?
Yeah.
You need
Because
to.
Colin recognized this jersey. This is one of the, I think they made 1100.
11. 1.
11. Yeah, 1111. And
We
I
all
just wanted to point.
recognized it.
Yes, I wanted to point out to the Scudetti and the Coppa
Coppa
Italia
Italia.
badge, and just savor this, because even until last year, I was thinking, because we had these two for 4 years on jerseys, and even last year, like that,
the old
like that.
logo.
Yep. And it was it's kind of make it crowded, but I like this kind of crowded. And I don't know, even last year I was thinking, oh yeah, we can get it back easily. We lost we got knocked out to Atalanta under Allegri, and then Sarri lost that horrible final. But I don't know when will be the next time we'll see these two back on the jersey. It certainly won't be with Buffon, but I hope everyone would savor this.
But can
sorry,
I ask you?
I just want to say something, because there is like a breaking news. Look like Douglas Costa is almost a done deal with the Grêmio, Thiago.
Yeah, it is.
Beautiful.
So I think they're
we
gonna
won't receive
Juventus
the
and Douglas Costa are gonna solve the contract. They're gonna close
Yeah.
the contract. Yeah,
But we're gonna lose money.
probably we're gonna lose some money. We not, but I don't think that Douglas Costa is
Because his
is
amortized
sellable right now.
value hasn't been zero yet.
Yeah,
It's about 20
Yeah.
million.
but
least
we
I need
We
another
get
beer
rid
to
of
celebrate
the-
that, honestly.
look. Douglas Costa is like I don't know. But we have so many
poor
expectations
guy.
for him, but it's
He's
okay.
a-
So he's going
he's
back to
a
Grêmio,
bad
and Thiago is gonna watch him playing live. Maybe, who knows?
He's a
You
bad
know,
dude.
Douglas Costa is the best player in the world that plays on an emergency on the medical center. So in the medical center, he's the best player on the world.
After Dybala.
Ooh,
No.
shot
Oh.
fire here! Shot fire!
Oh.
Let's
You
go back to
know-
Buffon.
Oh.
Let's go back to Buffon.
About
Because
Buffon.
I already
about
see
Buffon,
Daniel
guys.
be like,
Wait a second. I need to ask Daniel something, because I agree with him about the shirts, the Juventus shirts being so beautiful when they're crowded with patches. At the same time, how beautiful it was the jersey of 2001, 2002, on 94, 95, and 2011, 2012, where it was clean,
Like this
without
one.
anything. Well, like then, but this one is not a classic, because of the
No.
stripes. So next year, let's hope it's gonna be one of those seasons, with the clean shirt, classic, with the
Mhm.
stripes, where we're gonna
Yeah.
win.
have you seen Inter jersey today? I couldn't stop
No,
laughing. I couldn't stop laughing.
No, don't talk about that.
I haven't bought any
On a
yet.
serious
I
future.
haven't bought any.
Have you
Inter
seen the
jersey
new
yet.
Inter jersey?
I haven't bought any.
I would like
Inter
to say
jersey yet.
something, guys.
Okay.
Honestly, yeah, it doesn't matter about Buffon. I think the most important thing is how many memories a player can give to your club, can be part of your memory. I mean, the amount of moments that we had in those almost 20 years about our friends meetings, that matches that we saw with friends in pubs, bars, homes, in the streets, in the stadium, and Buffon was there. He was part of our memories, and we will always be. It's very difficult
Like
to
Del
talk
Piero.
about any other player like this.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. And we had this goalkeeper, which is probably the best of all time, playing for the club that we love. It's in for our national team. I think mostly our feelings are there because
Guys,
it's
My national team,
for
not your
20
national team.
for
my
20
heart. I cried singing the Hino di Mameli. So
for 20 years we didn't realize that the goalkeeper thing was an issue.
no,
Right
you know,
now,
it's just
right now
something we
realize.
forgot about.
a
Yeah,
good example of this. It was always Buffon or Can, Casillas or Buffon, Buffon or
Dida.
Neuer, Buffon or Dida, Buffon or Neuer, and it is
Schmeichel even
always
before that.
Buffon there. Yeah, it's
Schmeichel.
always Buffon there, guys.
Yeah, the consistency
enjoy.
is unbelievable.
Enjoy every single last minute with that guy playing in Juventus
Yeah.
shirt.
One of the greatest things Zidane ever done for Juventus, it was
leave.
Buffon. I mean, yes,
And Nedved, and Zanoni.
one of the greatest things. One of the
Especially Marcelo Salas.
Marcelino.
Come on.
Marcelo
shame.
Salas
Oh,
actually
don't make me
it was
swear.
unlucky. He tore ACL and when he could have become really good for us.
Remember,
Cut his-
remember
cut
the
his hair.
deal.
Buffon.
Remember the
Hair.
deal.
Colin
Thiago is
is wearing
Thiago is
that
going there.
jersey. Yeah.
Thiago
Colin
is
is
going
wearing
The
there.
deal
that
with
jersey.
Sporting.
Yeah,
Fuck.
exactly. I wanted to go
fuck
there.
it.
Exactly.
Ah,
If Ronaldo
shit.
wasn't a Juventus player before 2018, it was because Marcelo Salas in 2003 he
Refused
didn't
to
want
go
to
to
go
Sporting.
to Sporting Lisbona.
Ragazzi,
And-
that's what the big Luciano Moggi says, but you know the big Luciano tells the truth.
I
like,
always believe. I
it's
always believe in
I
China.
do
I think
too.
we
For
Oh,
he never
religion.
come on.
stay
I do
alive in
too.
his life.
I do too because my religion obliged me.
You,
So
you
I
know,
wouldn't-
you
I
know,
wouldn't
you
do different.
remember, you remember the history that the Gianni Agnelli met Pelé and loved him in 1962 and was already buying him, but at the end Santos accepted and the family asked him to do not leave Brazil, and
No.
he didn't have Pelé, for
62.
example.
Okay.
I know there was
Yeah.
some contacts between the party, but I didn't know there was a done deal and the family.
wow.
I didn't know that.
Well, I knew they would have signed Maradona if he wasn't already a little
Caniggia, there's always
crazy
Caniggia as well.
yeah.
No, I think
The
it was
legends.
Grondona. It was the head of the Argentina Federation at that time, because I think it was in 78 to 79. I think it was, and I think the Grondona would say say no to that transfer. Maradona was super young.
Can
at
you
the time.
can you guys imagine Platini Maradona in Juventus in the 80s?
Imagine
He would have been
Shearer giving
Brady at that
lessons
time.
to Maradona in the locker room, for example.
Rossi, Maradona.
We can
With his
say
head on his shoulder.
well, if we look, I can say something really mean, but I don't know if you want to go
No,
there.
we don't want to be blocked.
no,
Let's talk about
Everybody's having fun.
There is
You
no
have
need.
to ruin it.
There is no need, Matteo.
Okay, so we have to go back to Buffon, guys. Come on, 2
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, what do you want to
Yeah.
say?
Okay,
We already said
so everybody said
everything
that.
about
Okay,
Buffon.
so
We all agree.
How excited
time-
everyone is
Grazie.
on winning
We just-
Europa League next week. Yes, next year.
Oh,
I hope so. Look, hey,
We'll go back
Let's-
to
let's
that historic picture of Trapattoni being thrown in the air.
exactly
with the cup.
76, 77 with only Italian player on the team. Okay, so
what
was
about
the first-
93?
there was too many foreigners in the team. No, I'm kidding. No, I have something to ask you because it was a big news, but not big news.
Colin, do you have a...
Okay.
Sorry, Matt, sorry. You know I like
Yeah,
to
I feel
interrupt
I'm
you.
not respected.
You know, I like to interrupt you. Do you have the video, Buffon videos, the one on
Yeah.
Twitter? Should we
Yeah, I've got it.
show Buffon videos, Matt?
Okay, go ahead. This is an
So,
experiment. Let's see if it come
oh
out.
no, this isn't an experiment at all. Don't worry about that. So there we go. So here's Buffon. Apparently, from what I saw under the post in English, he was defending the news that came in Gazzetta. Gazzetta were saying basically the players had given up, that they were offended by some of the things that Pirlo had said in regards to McKennie's weight, things like this, and here's Buffon. He's actually talking to some fans apparently at the training ground. So
This organizes fun. Juventus organizes fun.
We don't have the volume.
Ve lo dico perché sono tutti i giorni al campo, mi alleno con loro anche se ormai sono così, però vi dico quello no. È andata così, dai. Però vogliamo dire per forza, ragazzi, se no sto ancora in piedi. Sì, è diverso e ci sono. No, quello non è vero. No.
Should we translate, Matt?
Well, basically, he said that he's still going to put some effort in what he does because he's still able to stand up. And then he was responding to some people, as Thiago was, Colin was saying that basically there was some misunderstanding between Pirlo and the player. He said, no, it is not true. Even if even the Gazzetta dello Sport this morning came out with some news about that. And usually we know that when Gazzetta dello Sport, especially Fabiana Della Valle, speak about what happened in the locker room for Juventus, most probably the rumor is coming from Bonucci. So I don't know.
I need to say something. Honestly, when I see things like this, I'm very ashamed. Honestly, because I don't like this kind of feeling that ultras speaking with friends, with players closely. I
agree, Thiago.
Because I think it's very unprofessional. Of course, it reminds me the culture from old eras, but I do not think it's a professional thing, especially with all the respect to the Viking group. But we saw them leaving the pitch, the stands for their own reasons. But I don't like this. I don't think this. I'm used to see. We saw some episode weeks ago. Cáceres, for example, watching Fiorentina fans chanting and arguing. That was absolutely amateurism, and I don't like to see this. But it happened, and
so
yeah, I prefer to watch those. Have you guys remember that video of Ultras talking to Dybala when we were behind? And asking him that the Scudetto is important, and I repeatedly asking him, "Do you understand?" And he was like, "Yes, I do. Yes, I do." You guys remember which video I'm talking about? I think this was before Inter's game. This was before Inter's game. They went. This is before the lockdowns. I think it was 2018. I want to say, or 2017. They went to Vinovo, and I think they caught him. There's multiple people around him, and they keep telling him that the Scudetto is important to us because I think it was after Cardiff because everyone was saying,
honestly, I don't remember about that.
Isaki.
But for Isaac, so Isaac, basically every journalist has his source, okay? And for example, I can tell you, Romeo Gresti is always the first one to put out the starting 11, and probably he has some connection inside of somebody of Juventus, of course. Maybe somebody worked like bringing the shoes or cleaning the. I used to say magazziniere. I don't know how to say magazziniere, like somebody working in the locker. Okay, so when they say that when Fabiana Della Valle, that is one of the most respected journalists for La Gazzetta dello Sport, coming out with some rumors from Juventus or they're coming from voices from the locker, they're coming from Bonucci's wife, so for Bonucci's wife, so because they're a friend.
Trizaki, remember when Bonucci stayed in the stands against Porto in the Champions League when Daniel Alves and Piazza scored a goal? That week was when Bonucci's wife spoke a lot talked a lot to Fabiano Della Valle. So was
And
that
to-
week
and-
that
And
that
to add,
helped?
I just would like to add that yes, beside that, it is true that is Italian toilet paper, but I wouldn't recommend it, not even to buy it for that kind
Okay.
of.
Because of the
Soft
sore
enough.
access.
5 minutes, guy, and I have something to ask you. So we're gonna go around, and then we're gonna wrap
Okay.
this episode. So yesterday, the toilet paper, or called like even as no it's called as no as Gazzetta dello Sport, the one journalist for there, come out with the idea that before every game, the opposing team should salute Inter, and basically with a standing ovation when they walk out in the pitch, and so they were suggested that Juventus on Saturday actually should salute Inter when they come out on the pitch with a round of applause with that. So I'm saying, I don't know what you think about that, because I think if
Can I
that's
make
gonna
some
happen,
Italian gesture? Can I make
Sure.
some very nice Italian gesture?
yeah, sure, of course.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to do,
Look,
but I
we're
didn't want to
winning for
offend
9
people.
years. We didn't have any of this respect that Inter is getting this year. Juventus was the first one to congratulate with Inter with a nice tweet by Juventus and by Agnelli to congratulate with the president. If we're gonna do this, I'm gonna be really pissed. So
Well, I think it's the product of being so dominant. It's human psychology that when a group is so dominant, everyone else would share common ground in hating them, and that's why no one congratulated us for 9 in a row.
You should
But
maybe
I
organize a camp.
am. I just wanted to say I'm such a big. I guess I'm such a big fan. I'm such an ultra that if Juventus gets booted out of Serie A, that I'm just going to stop watching football altogether. I don't care.
Oh, but
I don't care about other teams.
Daniel-
I don't care about how they
Yeah.
congratulate each other. I don't care.
Yeah, I agree with you, Daniel. I mean, I don't watch, like, the only other sport that I watch is rugby. I don't watch any other football team. The guys will tell you, I've come on, they've asked me about Champions League games. I'm like, I don't know, and it's a fact,
Daniel,
so
to bring meat on the table. I few weeks ago, that they know, I also put it on Twitter. I stopped my subscription with Paramount because I'm not interested in UEFA Champions League anymore.
You boycotted them already.
Yes, and there are two things.
Down with Champions League, up with
Down with
ESL.
Champions League. And there are two things that I stopped doing in 2006. The first one was buying Gazzetta dello Sport, and the second one was supporting Italian.
Were you were buying Gazzetta dello Sport till 2006 in my house?
You were
starting
no,
94, 95, only to the
pink
sport.
toilet paper.
Only
But
to the sport.
Calciopoli opened my eyes.
Well, he's very concerned about his personal
Parsopoli,
hygiene.
Yeah, yeah, but I told you I don't like it for the use either.
Guys, in the Italian Serie A soccer, football, as we all love calcio, since the beginning there were complainings about the referees, and honestly, the journalists are a main reason that we dislike the referees, the way that they face the matches, honestly. So since the Moviola started in the 60s, there is always this issue. And Gazzetta dello Sport is, come on, I feel sad by the fact that Gazzetta dello Sport's name was said here at least twice. So,
But my understanding is all that added to exposure and audience being more engaged with calcio inside Italy. It's just that now that it has become a global thing, it's looked down upon because it doesn't happen in Premier League, it doesn't happen in Bundesliga, and people think of it as something like as a negative for a league that is so supposedly mired in controversy regarding referees.
So, you guys
the next few fixtures, would you consider fielding a weaker team and potentially losing the final?
No,
Thinking about fielding a rested team to secure
that would
No,
be
spot.
that would be keep the wrong trend of this season, because
Yeah.
we need to get back to win every single game.
It is
And then,
Juventus.
it
I
is
wanna-
Juventus. We only want
The next
win.
match. is
Then
most important.
at the end of the season, we're gonna check what's in our
What's right.
pockets. But what we need to think is win this game, and after we win it, 2 seconds of celebration, and next game again.
Of course, there is that mental issue, but remember that when we were playing Wednesday, Monday, Wednesday, Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday, we had more stamina and more strength during the matches,
Absolutely.
of course. And
In
right
January,
now we are struggling, and we are struggling like Primavera teams physically. This evening we saw very nice.
We did a lot
match.
better in January, where we're playing every 3 days.
So
every 3 days.
Football is not mathematics, so let's see.
Yeah.
So, guys, that was fun. Daniel, thank
It was
you
great.
for being with us.
We
And
need to leave.
Pleasure to be here.
please be back.
Oh,
Come back.
I will.
So-
I will.
oh man, come on.
and we'll be back probably on Friday.
Awesome.
And as always, guys, fino alla fine.
Forza Juventus.
Forza Juve.
Ciao,
We
ciao.
won it. Oh my god.
Yeah, we won. It's crazy.